So here is my progress on my cheetah. I've stitched his head and I've got to do the dark part of the bow in there, or light. I think I'm going to do dark. I don't know yet. And then I've started coming down his body. So I actually really like how this thread is so variegated. It looks like it's almost like a watercolor painting. I've got it under the light now. Before I didn't have it under such bright light, and I can just see a couple of spots I might fill in with a few stitches. But I thought what I'd do is just do a little bit more down here to show you how I do it. Actually, no. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change to the yellowy mustard colour. And I'm going to stitch in here and in his ears. And it's the same stitching that I've done everywhere else. So just pretty much long and short stitches. Filling it in, and I'll show you how I do that. Just get some yellow. So I actually like the way he's got his variegated colour, and I'll see how it turns out before I decide what to do with the spots. I do want him to look like a cheetah. I almost thought that where it changed colour a little bit, it's almost like he's got some spots in certain places, but in colours. So let's just get him done and we'll see how he looks. And then I can decide later. So I'm just trying through my needles. So today's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I'm pretty sure, is it international Happy Mother's Day? I know I saw Reese Witherspoon put a Mother's Day post up, so I'm assuming in the US it's Mother's Day. Does that mean it's Mother's Day all over the world? Do we have it on the same date? If we do, happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there, and grandmothers too. Okay, so just come up wherever you want and just do a straight stitch. I'm just keeping all my stitching pretty much vertical, except on the ears and just above the nose. I did go on some angles there. It doesn't matter if it's not perfectly straight. It all blends in. So I'm just coming right up to the brown line. And then, so they just blend in together. So I'll just fill in this side first. And once it gets really short, you could do a full length stitch. Like I could do a full length one there because it's starting to get short. And then I'll get one more little one in here just to fill it out. So the yellow will go in the ears. In the eyes, I'm going to do sort of a white. I've got a power white, and then I'll put a little bit of feature for the eyeballs, like the eye, you know, the coloured part of the eye. Is that the iris? I've forgotten. Or is the eye? No, the pupil's in the middle. The iris, the coloured part. So for Mother's Day today, we drove down to where Mum lives. And then Jamie was able to come up the hill. He's about 40 minutes down the hill, down the valley. So he was able to come up, and we spent the day, had a look around the town when we first got there, took Alfie puppy. And then I tried to book somewhere for lunch, and every single place I tried was booked out, all booked out for Mother's Day. So I realised you need to get in many weeks early to get a place for lunch for Mother's Day down there. So what we did, they have a really good bakery, patisserie. So we got good old Aussie meat pies and sausage rolls, and I got this little tasting box of all their different slices and little tarts and cakes, little ones, and they just have a big variety in the box. And then we had the little nephews there, and they brought their scooters, and there's quite a cool kids bike track and park. right near Mum's street. So we went there. We sat in the park and the kids, you know, we had food, and then they went scootering around the track, and Jamie ran Alfie and chased them, and they had a great time, and it completely wore Alfie out. By the time we started coming back to Sydney, he didn't sleep in the car. He's never ridden in the boot before. The boot, like, I've got a decent sized car, and it's not a closed boot. Like, he could jump over and get into the back seats. But I worked out, I've never realised this, I have a net that you can pull up to stop him from jumping over, because on the way down he did try to jump over onto my brother because the car was full of people, so he had to go on the back. But then on the way back, he was so cute. There was a little gap at the side of the net, and my younger nephew, Henry, hi to Henry and Edward, they want me to say hi to them on YouTube. Anyway, they'll never watch this, but hi, boys. So Henry was in his car seat, and Alfie just put his nose through the gap and over onto the top of his car seat, and rode all the way back to Sydney, which is like an hour and a half, with his little nose on top of Henry's car seat, just above his head. It was very cute. Super sweet. But he was awake the whole way home, and as soon as we get home, he has been passed out all evening. Certainly wore him out, take him in to get in some lovely country air and have a run around. Probably wore Jamie out too. Jamie ran him around the track multiple times. Okay, so you can see I'm just doing like random straight stitches. Some are long, some are short. I'm just trying to blend them in a bit. And that's pretty much what I did with the bow, which I showed you last week. And that is what I've done with the pinky reddy, bits of orange, bits of pink, variegated thread. I know it's not orange like it's supposed to be, fully orange, but I really like it. Totally looks like it's been painted. So it's amazing to see some of you have actually finished. So I'm just finding a spot to come up. You've actually finished your pieces, and people have put them in frames. People have already mounted them onto canvases. It's quite easy to mount it on canvas. You just need you could get away with not having one, but a staple gun would be best if you have it. Otherwise, you could get some little nails and hammer it around the frame. Just stretch it though. Make sure you go 4 sides, like there, and there. Hope I'm on camera. And then you can start to staple it down. I'd put lots in just to hold it nice and taut. And then you'd fold over the edges, like you'd do it nice. Sort of fold one side down like that, and then you could fold the other down, just keep it neat. So we will show you in the last week. I doubt I'll be completely finished. That would be too unlike me to finish a project. But we'll show you in theory how to do it. And I think a lot of people will still be working on this one. It was such a big project. The next one, which we'll announce, yes, there's another one, volume 8. The next one, which we will announce, is also a big project. It's different. It doesn't have to be big. You'll be able to choose a size for this one. It's up to you. And it doesn't need to have as much intense detail like these pictures did. But it will be up to you as to how much you do. But yeah, I'm excited about this next one. I know Rach is too. We will be announcing that one in June, so you can get yourself ready for July. Is that right, July? Yeah, July, 7th month. Just making sure I had it right. It's too late. I'm tired. How unusual. No hockey today. Mother's Day we got to buy. our coach, I think I've said this before, she does the draw, so she always gives us a buy on Mother's Day. Actually, I just noticed this thread, this one that I dyed would be good for in there. I might do that one, that light one. It just needs to contrast with what I've done on the bow. I like the way the variegation has come through on that bow. So let's get this whole part of the head stitched here and here and here. And I was thinking maybe like I quite like this, but I don't want to get too much of the blue in the eyes. And then I'll need a feature colour for the coloured part. Excuse me. I feel like I sneeze every video. I'm a sneezer. Get tickles or the sun makes me sneeze. People look at you like you're sick, but I just sneeze. I sneeze almost every day. So I actually didn't get Jamie home this weekend. He's got him home last weekend for 4 days, so he's worked through this weekend. He actually worked this morning and had to be back by 3:30 to do some more work this afternoon. So it was really nice to go down and see him, that they let him pop up the mountain for lunch today, which is good. I am using my milliner's needle for this, just to make sure I can pull it through with the thick wool. You still have to give it a good tug, but it does come through quite nicely. And I am going through both the calico and some wadding as well. You know what I could have done? I could have done my cheetah in that. But I actually really I like that wool that I've used. So I'm not going to worry about it. So this yellow will go all the way down his chest as well. It's his tummy. Okay, should I turn the camera off because it's not so interesting? I'm just doing the exact same thing. I might do another stitch down there because it's going on a bit of an angle. I don't want to get so a bit of fluff from the it's from the mat underneath. I've hooked it up. This mat is like it's turned into my cat's pussyfooting table, and she's really pulled it up. I think it's due for a flip to flatten it down again. Eventually I think I'll need a new one. She will have pulled so much wool out. It's funny how cats love real wool so much. They just know. They know what's real wool. Okay, I'll put you on pause and I'll come back. Okay. come back when I've finished stitching. So here you go. I've done some of the mustard yellowy coloured stitching and started stitching down the body. So yeah, the plan is just to fill it all in. And then I think I need to do darker in there, not lighter. So I'll just show you up close. He's pretty cool. He's got a pretty serious look on his face. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do for this week. I will keep working on this one. And we have got the next 4 weeks to keep working on our projects. So I'll try and get some done and just show you my progress each week. So thank you for watching this week. Final prompt, final week of the final prompt. And we'll see you for the next 4 weeks as we continue to work on our projects, and then 1 week to finish off. So 5 weeks in total. All right. Thank you for watching this week, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.